Personal Facebook page, I have been putting prayers up. I started on Ash Wednesday and did them all the way through Easter, and I've done that for several years, but this year I extended it to Pentecost, which was Sunday. So I had to decide what I was going to do today. And so today I decided to put in a quote from Corrie ten Boom, because it was just like Corrie ten Boom was on my heart. And if you've never heard or read or seen the movie The Hiding Place, you need to find out about Corrie ten Boom, because she was a little girl who was in a Nazi concentration camp for hiding Jews. And she had this bitter anger toward a guard. And in 1947, she came from Holland back into Germany, the defeated Germany, to share the news of forgiveness. And she told the stories of what happened. And when she said that in those times that people would just kind of silently listen, and then at the end just silently get up and pick up their coats and leave. There wasn't any type of question and answer or anything like that. And this day, a guy got up and he had his coat and his hat, and as he walked toward her, he had a brown hat on and an overcoat, and she kept seeing the brown overcoat and the hat, but she kept seeing the blue uniform with the skull and crossbones on it, because he had been a guard in Ravensbrück when she was there. And she didn't know whether he remembered her, but she remembered him with his riding crop and the horrible things that he did. And so he walked up to her and asked her directly about forgiving him, and asked her if she would shake his hand and forgive him. And she couldn't bring herself to do it at first. And she kept saying, she knew she needed to do it. She knew the power of forgiveness. And so she finally kind of, said, Lord, and, help me raise my hand. And she raised her hand up. And as it was almost like a rigid mechanical motion, but as they shook hands, she said she felt something come from her shoulder, like a power come from her shoulder all the way down through her hands. And their shaking hands were a prisoner and a guard. And she said it was one of the most healing things, in fact, the most healing thing she'd ever felt in her life, to forgive him. And she said, I forgive you with all my heart, brother. And one of those powerful stories that, we can't get over some of our little things. And yet Corrie ten Boom got over some great things, because she watched her little sister die. She experienced some horrific things, but she still knew that the power of the forgiveness of God was worth it all. So today, forgive somebody.